Ladies and gentlemen, Wynberg Boys, welcome to the 2019 Founders Day ceremony. And please stand for the stage party and for the unveiling of the flags. Thank you. Please be seated. During the course of the ceremony, please just follow my lead, when to stand and when to sit. And I'd like to take this opportunity to ask our Chairman of the Governing Body, Mr. Tapi Marley, to come and officially welcome you.
Mr. Yandaval, Headmaster of Wynberg Boys High School, Mr. Rufe Nakalashi, our keynote speaker, headmasters and mistresses of the other schools in the Wynberg campus of schools, educators, parents, Wynberg old boys, and Wynberg men. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of the Almighty be with you. About a week ago, I asked Mr. Yandaval, Jan, what is expected of me here today? I know it's my third Founders Day ceremony, but what do you want from me? And he said, your task is simple, welcome the guests. So welcome. But I think I will feel a duty as SGB chairperson not to pass a short message to the boys here today. Today, we will be reminded by Mr. Val and our keynote speaker of how diverse our school is in many respects. And not so long ago, about a week or two ago, I had my own experience of the diversity and the brand of Wynberg Boys High. On my way back from school, after having picked up my boy, about 4 kilometers out, we got stuck on the hill at the roadblock. The car just broke down. And I said, boy, get up. Start pushing it. And he started pushing. It was very slow. It was on the hill, it was quite heavy. So I got out. And it was a struggle. The last time I pushed the car was 20 years ago, when I was courting his mother and trying to impress her. And then suddenly out of the blue, 2 young gentlemen from very diverse backgrounds jumped out of the car and started helping us. And with strength being in numbers, that went quite fast uphill. And they even offered to push us downhill. How far are you going, sir? I said, not to worry, we're on a downhill. You've helped us enough. And off we went and we got down. Only when we got back home, I realized that I recognized the one gentleman. And I said to my son, who's that guy? No, Daddy, it's a teacher. It's a teacher at our school. And only because my son was wearing his Wynberg blazer and his school uniform, I think, that these gentlemen are the kind that got out of the car and helped pushing us. They helped us push the car and offering to help us all our way back home. So, the importance of the Wynberg brand. And I think that is my message to the boys here today. That brand is very important. And especially to the matric boys. I think this year's matric will be special for some reason, I don't know why. Continue to be proud of that brand. Carry your brand with you in and outside of the school. Use it as a stepping stone to your career and defining your own brand. But then remember, once you've done that, to look back and see how you can help to develop the Wynberg brand even further. Long live our brand, long live our school models of entrepreneurs. With those words, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the 2019 Founders Day ceremony. Thank you.
Good morning to our guest speaker, Mr. Buchlem Kalashi, invited guests, old boys, staff, and the young men of Wynberg. I would like to add my welcome to that already extended to you by Mr. Taiti Mali, the chairman of our governing body. I particularly want to welcome today one very special person, and that's Mrs. Shirley Harding of the Wynberg Boys High School. Mrs. Harding, this is going to be the last Founders Day that she will be attending, Founders Day ceremony that she will be attending at Wynberg Boys High in her capacity as the principal of Wynberg Boys High. She will be retiring at the end of the year and has been a very, very faithful and unwavering supporter of the Wynberg Boys High School over the years that she's been the head of Wynberg Girls. So, Mrs. Harding, particularly to you, welcome with us today. I think everybody present today will agree that we are living in interesting and challenging times. On the one hand, we are part of the fourth industrial revolution with all its exciting possibilities, and yet we also face huge challenges and problems on a global and a national scale. If we think of South Africa, I do not have to spell out to the audience the multiple challenges and uncertainties that we face in this country. However, the question is this something new? Have we not seen these things before? And of course the answer is no, it's not something new. Although the problems and the challenges we face are different, they are no less of a challenge than those that were faced by previous Wynberg generations over history. Think, for example, of 1899 when the Anglo-Boer War broke out, which pitted brother against brother in this country. Think of the feeling in this, not in this war, but at the school, in 1914 and 1939, when the two world wars broke out. Think of the 1929 and the 2008 world financial crises. Think of the state of emergency in the 1980s. And, for example, the 1918-1919 Spanish flu epidemic, which wiped out almost 15% of the Cape's population. So what is that vital ingredient that Wynberg Boys High needs to be able to overcome the difficulties we face today and to produce and send fine young Wynberg men into the world who are going to make a difference, who are going to thrive, as so many that we've sent out before have done and continue to do so? I believe that it boils down to four basic things: tradition, opportunity, innovation, and diversity. And that is why we've chosen as our theme for today's celebration the theme, Strength Through Diversity. This Founders Day ceremony is one of the many proud and noble traditions that we have at Wynberg. Today we honor those who died in war, the sacrifices of our Wynberg generations, and remember with gratitude the role that those who have gone before us have played in building this institution into the fine school that it is today. Tradition will always be, and has always been, a key element of Wynberg Boys High, and it will always remain so. But what does it help dwelling in the past if we are not preparing the current crop of young men for the future, an increasingly uncertain and complex future? I believe we are going about this vitally important task positively and in the following ways. Firstly, at Wynberg, we are providing plenty of opportunities for our young men to gain exposure and experience a multitude of activities that foster and enhance their communication, cooperation, creativity, and critical thinking skills. Not only are they exposed to the traditional academic, sporting, and cultural activities which you'll find in all top schools, they also have to serve their community, and there are a multitude of activities which they can do which stand them in good stead. I'm not going to elaborate on those because Nicholas Trininic will be doing that a little bit later. But often these activities are student-driven and initiated, which gives our young men the vital coping skills to cope with the future. The more opportunities you have, the greater chance you have to innovate and create. Many of our students are going to be doing jobs that do not yet exist. And we firmly believe that the only way to prepare them for this 21st century reality is by encouraging them to be creative, flexible, and innovative right now while they are at school. Hence our emphasis on subjects and activities such as information technology, engineering and graphic design, creative and visual art, drama, music, and more recently electronics and construction. In these subjects, the norm is to be able to have to create. And in order for them to be creative and often engaging in futuristic thinking, we think that this is the way in order to prepare them for the future. In the globalized world we live in, the reality is that our students are going to be working and interacting with people of different races, religions, and creeds from all over the world on a daily basis. However, when we speak about diversity, we also include discussions on matters which take us out of our comfort zone, such as sexual orientation, the poverty gap, gender diversity and identification, political persuasion, environmental and special interest groups, pressure groups, dietary preferences, and other issues which make up this wonderfully diverse and complicated world in which we live. We believe that by offering a varied program and exposing every student who attends Wynberg to as many aspects of diversity as we can, we are giving them the best possible chance of thriving in the future. In conclusion, I want to thank everyone, whether they are alive today or have passed on, for their contribution to Wynberg. In particular, I want to salute those members of our community sitting on the stage today, our educators, and the young men sitting down in the audience. None before you have faced such a complicated, complex, and fast-changing world. Yet you keep honouring and building on the proud traditions of the school whilst trying your very best to prepare for an exciting but uncertain future. The Wynberg spirit has always seen us through tough and uncertain times, and I'm convinced it will continue to do so. Now more than ever, we need to rise to the call of our motto, Super Amoris. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 44. Let us now praise men of renown, and our fathers in their generation. The Lord hath brought great glory through his magnificence from the beginning. Such as have borne rule in their dominions, men of great power, and endued with their wisdom, shewing forth in the prophets the dignity of prophets, and ruling over the present people, and by the strength of wisdom instructing the people in those holy words. Such as by their skill sought out musical tunes, and published canticles of the scriptures. Rich men in virtue, studying beautifulness, living at peace in their houses. All these have gained glory in their generations, and were praised in their days. They that were born of them have left a name behind them, that their praises might be related. And there are some of whom there are no memorial, who are perished as if they had never been, and are become as if they had never been born, and their children with them. But these were men of mercy, whose godly deeds have not failed. Good things continue with their seed. The posterity are a holy inheritance, and their seed hath stood in the covenants. And their children, for their sakes, remain forever. Their seed and their glory shall not be forsaken. Their bodies are buried in peace, and their name liveth unto generation and generation. Let the people shew forth their wisdom, and the church declare their praise.
God bless Africa, for she is the seed of humanity, and I am the future through her. When her roots sprout, I am born. As her leaves unfurl, I grow. When her branches spread, I learn. As her flowers bud, I live. God bless Africa, for she is the fire of creation. And I am transformed through her. When problems loom, I am challenged. And when solutions hide, I search. When suffering strikes, I ache. And when relief calls, I answer. God bless Africa, for she is the tree of life, and I am alive through her. When her roots are dry, I thirst. When her trunk is cut, I bleed. As the seasons turn, I change. And as her fruits ripen, I flourish.
Now is the time of year when the members of Wynberg Boys High School pause to remember the old boys of this school whose headstones are scattered in military cemeteries and desert lands. Please bow your heads while I give thanks for their lives. Oh Lord God, help us to remember all the old boys of this school who have given their lives in time of war, so that we may live in peace and enjoy our lives. Grant that we may be worthy of their sacrifice. We give you thanks for their lives, for their example, and for their courage. O God, who gives us so much, give us one thing more, a grateful heart for the sacrifices of those who did not return. Grant that the boys of this school may live out there today, and that their lives may advance out tomorrow. Amen.
All through the
honor in memory of former Wynberg pupils who fell in wartime conflict. The inscription reads, "At morning and evening, we shall remember them." World War I, 1914 to 1918. J.B. Abrams, E.J. Brody, A.K. Costner, W.A. Costner, B. Cohen, G.T. Cornwall, R. Duncan, C.H. Eliot, D. Eliot, E. Eliot, T.A. Foley, W.J. Fish, M.S. Fox, H.T. Garrett, C.L. Hidden, C.C. Gordon, R.L. Graham, E.M. Greenwood, H.L. Malcolm, E.W. Hitchcock, C.E. Ward, K.T. Howard, J.C. Kernan, D.B. Hudson, N. Keppel Jones, B. Leek, C. Noxton, C.R. Leeks, J.R. Martin, J.H. McKnight, E.J. Mills, W.H. Wynberg, G.C. Noakes, J.E. Poole, E.G. Powell, W. Prince, C.H. Salmon, R.O. Schwartz, G.G. Scott, S. Scott, R.R. Short, W. Solomon, W.I. Thompson, C.A. Viben, J.E. Waters, Rand Rebellion, 1922, W.A. Kirsten, World War II, 1939 to 1945, E.C. Adams, A.J. Bates, R. Begworth, R.B. Bell, C. Boucher, J.F.L. Renner, G.S. Cartwright, G.F. Cutting, R. Daniels, J.S. Delbridge, I. Difford, A. Dublin, A. Bob Jones, C.A. Freeland, J.G. Graham, A. Heft, K. Jacobs, H.A. John, G. Josephson, A. Khan, N. Cobb, L. Corbett, G. Langton, F. Lowe Delaray, P. Masterton Smith, D. McIntyre, G.B. McMillan, H. Miller, L.F. Woolman, J.S. Parsons, I.L. Posen, J. Ritchie, F. Scrimgeon, Q. Scrimgeon, J. Sitzko, R. Stevani, T. Tattersall, J. Tom, J. H. Plates, S. M. Upton, E. Van Scheiner, P. Fafat, E. Watson Smith, C. Miller, W. R. White, N. F. Wilkinson, D. Williams, E. Wise, R. A. Wittenberg, L. Wood, Border Conflict, D. Barry Smith, G. Britnell, R. Davies, N. Patterson. Our dedication to all Wynberg generations. Wynberg Boys Junior and High Schools acknowledge all Wynberg families, including the families of Wynberg Boys who have attended Wynberg after the opening up of the school to all from 1991 onwards, who have been affected by loss of life, injury, and exile during the years of conflict and the liberation struggle to end apartheid in Southern Africa.
The Taj Mahal, constructed with a wide variety of different materials, all which serve an equal purpose in the upkeep of the building. Much like our great school, with every student, old boy, and teacher contributing as material to strengthen the Wynberg brand, to withstand all challenges. Which brings me to the theme of today's Founders Day, strength through diversity. I'm fortunate enough to be a third generation Wynberg member, with my grandfather matriculating in 1953 and my father in 1986. I'm proud to say that I've been exposed to a more diverse Wynberg than in both. I'm not here to tell you how the endless chain of brothers has changed racially and religiously, because we all know it has, rather to point out the finer details that makes this school world class. Through 3 pillars of Wynberg, we've experienced the most growth, those pillars being culture, academics, and sport. Culturally, students can come into grade 8 and choose to take drama and visual arts. There are short courses offered such as blacksmithing, Toastmasters, and many more. Academically, the school had its most exciting educational development since moving to the new campus, the engineering and design faculty, which should be up by next year. The subjects offered have also branched out, such as electronics, IT, and many more. The school also offers many extra lessons for all subjects and all students of every grade. The sporting pillar has had many changes from my father's time to mine, such as the JK Oval, which once was a forest. The school also now offers soccer, reffing, and umpiring, which are all new sports. The school will be offering 5-a-side soccer next year for all the students who don't feel like they're getting enough game time in the current sports. There's also being an expansion to the basketball courts. The school is leading a drive in going solar, as you can see by all the solar panels outside on the roofs. The code of non-violence. We, the young men, the staff, and the community of Wynberg Boys High School respect and honor the inherent dignity of every human being and cherish all forms of life on this planet. To what end we pledge this code of non-violence. Where there's injustice of any form, we pledge to right it with justice, without violence. Where there's hatred, intolerance, or discrimination, we pledge to work for acceptance and harmony. Where there's abuse of any woman, children, or anyone unable to speak out, we pledge to give them a voice. Where there's bullying or intimidation, we pledge to expose and curtail it. Where there's warfare, fighting, and civil disruption, we pledge to work for diplomacy and negotiation. We pledge to make this school and its environs a place of safety, security, and peace. And we pledge that all who represent the school are ambassadors of this code.
And pupils. It is my great honor to introduce a past pupil, a friend, and an inspiration, Dr. Ndashi, who, in my opinion, embodies the true Wynberg man and Supreme Morris.
Good afternoon, staff, parents, and fellow Wynberg men. My name is Dr. Ndashi. I'm a visual artist working and based in Cape Town. I first want to say congratulations to the Victorians on making it this far, and also thank the parents for your love and support. In 2013, I'm matriculated from the school. Like some or many of you, I was anxious about the future and didn't know what to expect from life after high school. Youth unemployment continues to be a global issue, and the world is starting for new ideas and new leadership. thought that by having a good job and working for someone else, I'll feel secure and fulfilled. I'm not saying that working for someone else is a bad thing, but it is important to realize that you must do what you love and not what you do. I wish someone had told me while I was in high school what I'm about to share with you. Aspire to be more. We all have different skills, talents. Do not compare yourselves with someone else. By doing so, you are keeping yourself. Chess play is just as important as a rugby player. Invest time, energy, and money if necessary into your strength. Don't do it for the attention to be liked or for the money. Do it because you love it and fulfilled by it. Dream big. I'm sure that you've heard that a million times before. But also fail big. I've come to realize that failing is a blessing in disguise. It's actually just a story, but discovering itself as a bad step. Failure is your best teacher, because you learn from those lessons and it pushes you to succeed in them. You can either fail doing what you don't love, or fail doing what you love. You choose. Whatever you do, goal or aspiration, it is going to require failing and taking professional risks. Don't let failure discourage you. Rather use it as a weapon or learning curve to prepare you for it. Don't be afraid to fail, otherwise you won't perform at your best. Opportunities will come. Take the ones that you feel are suited to you. Listen to your heart, as it always instinctively knows all the right answers. And most importantly, have faith. When I say faith, I'm not referring to religion or culture. I'm talking about belief. Believe in yourself and your ability. Set goals and milestones, and let go of how it's going to happen. Enjoy the ride. Remember, your talent comes with a lot of responsibility. And lastly, stay true to who you are. Thank you so much.
On behalf of the school, we would like to thank you for sharing your lessons with us today and letting us know that it is important for us to do what we love what we do, aspire to do those things, and not to do those things for material things such as fame and wealth, but because we love them. Thanks for teaching us to believe in ourselves, and most importantly, that failure is the best teacher man can have. So on behalf of the school, this is a gift from us to you.
grade 7s in the gallery, you're also welcome to leave and go and leave down the 8 corridor. The boys will be seated.